today.
You guys suck.
See what happens when brides go ballistic.
Obsessed with planning the wedding their way.
Bitch, you're on my veil.
It's all about me. I wanted pretty, I wanted simple, I wanted elegant.
What I want's a break.
I've been dreaming about it since I was a little girl. It's not funny.
Plus,
I'm not gonna marry you.
She watched her sister-in-law go from sweet to satanic.
If I get an attitude, oh well. You left me feeling like I didn't matter. The world is cruel, so she can't take it from me. She can't take it from the world.
You fired 3 photographers because they pissed you off.
I get what I want.
What's your problem? Coming up. Let's do it.
I want you to get excited about your life.
Here we go. Intense.
Stand by, camera, set.
If you're going to talk to me, you're going to have to be honest.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
Showtime. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Stand by, A, and roll A, check in. Go, Dr. Phil.
There are days that I put myself in harm's way. Today is one of those days because we're talking about brides-to-be. And see, men don't look at this the same way women do, so I've been getting counsel from Robin and all of the women on the staff. We're talking about brides who are so out of control that they've become what some call Bridezillas, okay? They're a new breed of engaged women who terrorize their fiancés, bridal parties, and family members with what seem to be really unreasonable demands. Now, bad bride behaviors is such a phenomenon that it has become the premise of the WE Network's hit show Bridezillas. Now, here's a taste of some of their tantrums. Take a look.
You guys suck, and I will tell everybody about it.
You step up, I man up, and I make it happen. Fixing the tire, or you're giving me a refund right now.
Bitch, you're on my veil. Let's go.
What was supposed to be her wedding day is now a day veiled in shame for the runaway bride.
It's no one's business what we do.
The rule of the day is figure it out yourself.
I will have your ass. I will have your job tomorrow.
Stupid ass bitch mother stole my car.
I'm all right, but I'm good.
Everybody out. Out.
A bunch of idiots that work here. That's what it is.
Tell my husband he can go himself. Never wanted to marry him.
Bunch of morons that don't know what they're doing.
No, I've actually kind of had it with you guys. This is the biggest nightmare I've ever seen in my life.
I'm so
I understand.
Sign me up. Wow, there is nothing nicer than a woman dressed in a bridal gown and a potty mouth. For my first guest, Rachel, and her mother, Jeannie, the planning of Rachel's wedding has turned into an utter nightmare. Now, Mom says Rachel is becoming a monster. While Rachel says, look, it's my wedding day, so it's my way or the highway. Take a look.
I'm the bride. I need the larger banquet room. I'm taking them, that's it, they're mine. I am a bridezilla out of friggin' necessity. If I am not this way, then my wedding is a failure. This isn't the centerpiece. My mom must have been here.
If you looked up the definition of bridezilla in the dictionary, it would say Rachel.
There we go. There's my centerpiece. There's my table. Nice and pretty.
She's excited about the wedding and then all of a sudden turns into a monster that won't talk to us about the details, hangs up the phone, hung up on me.
It's my wedding, so they need to come to my level. That's stupid. Nobody does that. We fight over the colors, the favors, my hair. You only get one wedding. It's either my way or the highway. It's all about me. It's bride and groom, not groom and bride, not bride's mother and family. It's bride. Number one. What made me a bridezilla was the smaller chapel just wasn't gonna do. I had to have the bigger chapel. This is the chapel my mom wanted me to get married in. It's very pretty, but it's very small. People have walk-in closets bigger than this place. Now this is more like it. When I get married, I want to say I do standing right here in front of that beautiful altar. Bought 2 wedding dresses. First, I did go ahead and get a black dress, and then I decided, nope, I need the bigger chapel, and with the bigger chapel comes the white wedding dress, comes the tiara, comes everything. I was told I was allowed X amount of people. I tripled that. These are the responses that I've gotten back. And if it were up to my dad, I'm sure it would be that many. I'm the boss. I need to be difficult. This is my day, this is my wedding. I went for the most expensive meal because I just want the best. Sorry, Mom, it's my wedding. We're not having chicken, I'm having filet and lobster.
She demands. That's part of what makes her a Bridezilla. It's like, this is my day, and how dare you question what I want to do?
My mom wants me to stick with the room that comes with the package, but this is what I'm talking about.
We agreed at the beginning it was going to be a Christmas wedding.
My mom would have me walking down the aisle with these. How cute is that? I'm holding these. These are my flowers. Now I know my mom would not want anything this fancy, but it's perfect for me.
She's acting like a princess want-a-lot.
Right now we're not talking to each other. She took all of my wedding stuff that was at her house and put it on the porch and said that she was done. She was taking herself out of the wedding. She didn't want to deal with anything.
I told her dad, I don't even want to see her. I don't even want to talk to her. I'm not even sure I'm coming to the wedding. My greatest fear is that there will be more distance between us.
Dr. Phil, can you help my mother understand that this is my wedding and that I want things my way?
That was so out of context.
Now,
Oh my God.
you have this look of shock on your face.
I do. I do.
That was you.
That is me.
That was your mom.
That is my mom.
So you were there when we shot that.
I most certainly was.
So what's shocking about it?
I guess it just looks really bad, but it just looks really bad.
Okay, let me go back over this. That was you.
That is me. That is me. And it is my wedding.
So it's not it looks really bad, it's
I look really bad.
really
Yeah,
bad.
I do.
Why would you be that way?
It is my wedding. It's my one special day. There's a reason it's bride and groom, not groom and bride. Every other time it's Mr. and Mrs. Well, this is the one time that I come first. It's bride and groom, me first.
Which would be really great if she was footing the whole bill.
Oh, no. Wait. Who paid for the photographer? Who's paying for the DJ?
Photographer.
Who put the deposit on the cake? Who did? I did that. I did all of that stuff. No.
Okay, let's see.
She's not paying for everything because her friends won't dance, so they don't need a DJ.
Okay, did you just hear her say that this has gotten to the point that she's not even sure she wants to come to the wedding?
I heard that.
What do you think about that?
I think.
Go ahead, tell him you're not even sure you're inviting me.
Okay, I don't know where she's getting this from. She's just trying to be funny.
No, I'm not. She told me that on the phone.
No, I didn't.
You're not. I don't even want you there.
No,
To
I
which I
didn't.
said, you know what? I might slink in the back of the chapel. We've got a lot going. I want to see if this
I never
follows
said
through.
that. I never said that.
Why would you say that if she didn't say that?
I didn't say that.
One of you's lying.
I didn't say that. Go ahead. Tell everybody again that I said that. I didn't say that.
You know what? That's going to change the whole thing. No,
backpedaling. What, backpedaling?
It's going
I
to
didn't
change the whole
say
thing.
that.
See why we need help communicating, Dr. Phil?
I didn't
Because
say that.
she'll say things.
I didn't say that.
Where's Robin? You might need Robin for this one.
No, I'll admit to it. I will admit to it. Yes, I have been a brat about this. Yes, I did go through 2 dresses. Yes, I did. The guest list has tripled, but it's not all my friends. I think I'm the youngest person at my wedding. I'm the youngest.
Well,
Wait,
wait a
don't
minute.
even.
Wait a minute. But you just said some things like, it just doesn't seem like much. You say it real fast. Yes, I tripled the guest list. Yes, I changed from chicken to lobster and ran the bill up like another $1,000. Yes, I've gone through 2 dresses. Isn't it true that y'all disagreed on just about everything?
Yes. I wanted to have a winter wedding. White. I wanted pretty. I wanted simple. I wanted elegant. I did not want red garland. I did not want greenery. I did not want the place to smell like a Christmas tree.
Okay, what I want's a break. So we're going to talk to Rachel's fiance, Todd, and find out why he feels her mother is trying to control their wedding. We'll be right back.
I wonder if the wedding's even going to happen with all the arguing going on.
I was so angry at her for wanting to make changes, and when I simply asked why, she'd get mad at me.
My greatest fear is her and her mom never talking again.
Rachel is a bridezilla because she was overbearing. She's very over the top. She was like a dictatorship with her wedding.
It's my wedding.
She says what she wants and then she expects it to be done.
Planning your daughter's wedding with her is supposed to be one of the highlights, and this has had a lot of low points.
Well, we're talking with brides-to-be who are obsessed with planning the wedding their way, even at the expense of hurting others. Now, Rachel and her mother, Jeannie, are at war over controlling the details of Rachel's upcoming ceremony. Would y'all agree that you've got a battle going here?
Most definitely.
Okay. Now, I'm just curious, did you start out in this with a budget and parameters?
Which she kept expanding.
I did not.
You're just saying that because Dad's sitting here and you don't want him to know.
Okay, did you start out?
Yes,
he started out with an idea of what it was going to be.
I get the feeling there's like your version, and then there's the truth.
Most definitely.
And I'm trying to figure out, because I think it slides back and forth. You have such different perceptions of it. Todd, you're the fiance.
Yes, I am.
God bless you. You're between these two right now. I grew up with 3 sisters, so I totally get this. Is there any sense of focus on the fact that there's going to be a union of 2 people in 2 lives that walk down the aisle at a church, stand before the minister and make a covenant with God? I mean, does any of that even make the list with the caterers and photographers and flowers and all of that, or is this just all about the event?
A lot of the arguing is making it sidetrack, making the wedding sidetrack.
With me and him, it has been because he and I don't fight. He and I don't fight. We're not fighting. Todd and I are not arguing about this. Todd and I are not butting heads.
Dr. Phil, if she hangs up the phone and quits talking to me over little things, what's she gonna do when she's been married for a while? Hang up the phone on Todd?
You know what? Maybe if you treated me the way that Todd treats me, then I wouldn't do that. Maybe if you were nice to me. Todd's nice to me.
Oh.
No, I don't even want to hear it. You guys don't know. Seriously, you guys have no idea. None.
Oh, I think we're getting an idea. I mean, I think there's 2 sides to this. I've said before, I don't care how flat you make a pancake, it's got 2 sides. And I know there's your side and there's yours. And this is an important day to you, right?
It's a very important day, and it is.
Why is it so important to you?
Because I've been dreaming about it since I was a little girl. It's something I've always wanted.
Yeah.
I've always wanted that big, pretty wedding and the happily ever after and all that stuff. And it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be me and my mom.
I mean, ever after's now, though. You see, ever after is now.
It's really just not funny because it's not funny that she can sit there and I'm like upset and she can just, I'm gonna be funny, ha ha ha, let me play a little violin and everyone laughs.
Okay, but wait a minute, you can't take this and run it off in the ditch and then complain when people say, hey, wait a minute, because you've said.
It's not just me, and my mom has changed so many things.
All right, but listen to me. Here, these are the things that you have said. It's all about me. Bride and groom, not groom and bride, not bride's mother and family, it's bride. I'm number 1. I do have these qualities. This is my one shot, and it's going to be my way or the highway, and I'm going to demand what I want, and I'm going to get it.
Well, when you deal with her, you have to demand things.
If I'm not this way, then my wedding is going to be a failure. And if I don't get what I want, I generally throw a fit, storm off, and act like a 4-year-old, and I quote.
No, you know, I could really appreciate if people would just stop clapping because they just don't understand.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. You don't control them.
But
if they want to clap or stand on their heads, then they can do that. But what you do control is you and your spirit as you move into this.
Which is being crumbled.
Well, but I'm going to help you with that. All right, I'm going to take a break. I'll talk more about this when we come back.
Rachel will call her dad and complain if I don't give her the response that she wants. That's one of the things I'd like Dr. Phil to change.
It makes it difficult when the demands keep increasing. I think there's an element of manipulation.
I do get my way with my dad. I am daddy's little girl. There was an incident with suits versus tuxedos and not knowing what they would arrive in, so I eliminated all of that and they're all getting tuxedos. It's my wedding. What am I gonna hurt somebody's feelings? Do I feel bad that they don't want to dress up? Then don't come.
Well, we're talking today with women who admit that they're being what has been called bridezillas when it comes to their wedding day. Obviously, Rachel is demanding that the male guests all wear tuxedos, and she also wants an open bar all night because she says it's her day and the bride is number one. I fear that you'll walk into a chapel and you'll have perfect flowers, perfect ribbons, perfect light through the stained glass windows, perfect looking crowd, really ugly spirit. If the spirit's not right, it doesn't matter what the visuals are. It doesn't matter what the entrapments are. And at this point, you guys have disagreed about the color of the decorations, whether it's on a Monday or a Saturday, small chapel, large chapel, day or night, how many guests, what's on the menu, how long and when you have the bar, DJ, no DJ, dancing, no dancing, bridal gown, white, black and white, whatever. My question to you is, and I understand that you got at some point this becomes math, not magic. You got to have a budget, and you got to stick with it, and you got to honor that, and you got to do everything you can within it to have a great time. But to the extent that it's her wedding, why do you care whether the flowers are red or white? Why do you care if the gown is black and white or white? Why do you care those things that you've expressed an editorial preference on? What difference does it make to you? It's not your wedding.
You know, and you're right. And I expressed my viewpoint initially, and then I backed down on that.
Well, now, I've got a whole chart of this, and over half of these things wound up being exactly what you wanted instead of what she wanted. I did the chart. I did the checklist. Okay, I do my homework.
Okay.
And you can study that, but the point is you have asserted your will in this. I understand why you care. I understand why you have an investment. This is your daughter. It's her big day. It's all, and I mean, this is just like page one. I got page after page of this. But the point is you've asserted your will in here a lot. I mean, can you decompress this by just saying, look, we have budget constraints. Here's what they are. But whatever you want to do in that, knock yourself out, and I will not be passive-aggressive about it. I'll be happy about it, and then you don't. But let me finish. I think I'm doing pretty good here. Isn't it true that if there is a certain, look, you can't get blood out of a turnip. If you say, look, the budget's $10,000 or $20,000 or $4,000 or whatever it is, here's the budget, and whatever you can do within that, then, I mean, I'll support that. I mean, isn't that kind of where you need to be in this? Since it's not your wedding, you had a wedding, right?
Right.
Had a good time?
We did.
Okay, it's her turn.
You bet.
And as long as you're within budget, then don't you think you can just say, hey, it's your deal, go for it?
I agree. I agree, and that's where I thought we started out.
You don't agree. You say I'm paying for it, I get to make the choice.
I'm the final word. That's what you say.
See, here's what I think has happened here. I think you guys have declared a battleground, and it's this wedding. And I don't think it started with the wedding. I think you've had a battleground long before you decided to have a wedding. But this is just kind of like old Civil War, where they say, we're just going to pick a pasture and go out there and just shoot each other. You know, and it's like it's not a particularly important pasture, but in this case, it is your wedding, which makes it important. And your weapon is we're writing the check. And your weapon is, it's my day, I get to be the star, you have to do what I want because it's my day and I got you there. So I think you've got these two weapons. You're beating her over the head with the checkbook, you're beating her over the head with guilt by saying, it's my day, you're going to ruin it, give me what I want. I mean, this isn't about the wedding, this is about a power struggle between the two of you.
It is. It's become over principles. It's become over who's going to win, who's going to get their way. That's what this is all about now. It's not even about the fun day or anything. It's who's going to get their way.
All right, I'm going to talk about this some more with another bride, and then I'm going to come back and ask y'all a very important question. But you said, so what do we do? I say oftentimes relationships need heroes. It's just because you get in a standoff, you get a family that's in turmoil, whatever. There comes a time where somebody just got to be the hero and just step up and say, you know what? I'm ending the conflict. I'm ending the conflict. I'm going to support what you want to do. Let's get happy. And if we want to argue, we'll argue after this is over. But let's have a good time. Let's celebrate this union. I just want y'all to think about that, and I'm going to have a question for you coming up. All right, next, we're going to talk to a wedding planner who watched her future sister-in-law go from sweet to satanic as she got closer to their big day. I'm going to talk to them, then I'm going to talk to y'all, and then we're going to see if we can have some peace. We'll be right back.
I want them tied. I want these kids to stay away from my bouquet.
I think Marcia is absolutely out of control.
Is this new? I don't want something that's like been handled. They can either be in the wedding or they don't have to be in the wedding because they can get replaced. Everybody's replaceable.
She's just not going to get very far in life with that attitude.
We're talking today about how planning a wedding can bring out the worst in soon-to-be brides. Now, my next guest, Marcia, is a recent bride who admits that she feels the world should revolve around her. Now, some eye-catching moments of Marcia planning her wedding have been documented by the popular show Bridezillas on the WE network.
Don't raise your voice at me. Don't raise your voice at me. You can go marry yourself.
Marcia is definitely a bridezilla.
I'm not gonna go down this road with you.
She's uncooperative, rude at times, a diva.
You think you're some goddess or something?
Okay, but you know what? You know what? No, I'm not gonna marry you. I am a demanding person. I just think that everything that I want it then and there. I fired 3 photographers so far. It's like, are you blind or what? I hung up on the Carnival Cruise Line because they really ticked me off. The caterer was like a little snappy and sassy. You want to charge me in addition to what I've already paid for my cake just to slice some cake? You gotta be crazy. I plan to retaliate by writing a letter to the owner to let them know how unprofessional he was.
It doesn't matter if you have to beg, borrow, steal. She wants it done her way. It's the implant, Marcia's plan.
I'm really mad at my maid of honor. I'm really mad at my matron of honor. The maid of honor and the matron of honor already has a different dress. Then their bouquets are different, and then they wanted their shoes to be different, but I don't want the shoes to be different because that's too many color schemes. I'm the one that's on the pedestal, and I pretty much want everything to go the way that I want, so they can either be in the wedding or they don't have to be in the wedding because they can get replaced. Everybody's replaceable.
I'm both a coordinator and I am the sister to the groom, and that gets to be a little bit interesting.
Lisa told me that at a reception you let the musician eat with the family. If you're gonna be there to play for us, then you should be there playing. I didn't agree with that.
I suggested that her attitude was saying that they were indentured servants.
Ethically, that's how it's supposed to go, but in my wedding, that's not the way it's gonna be. They're not gonna sit up there and have their cake and eat it too. My coordinator's trying to work through things, but I mean, I have to blame somebody.
So far, it feels like I've done nothing right.
I wanna go pick up Archie's tie. Is this new? I don't want something that's like been handled.
Marcia has a way of talking to you that would suggest that you are a servant.
She is controlling, and sometimes it kind of goes overboard.
Archie don't have any say-so in this wedding. It's about what I want.
I think Marcia is absolutely out of control. She's just not going to get very far in life with that attitude.
If I get an attitude, then oh well, I don't care.
Now that Archie and Marcia are married, I feel it's going to get worse. Dr. Field, I need to know if Bridezillas stay this way throughout their marriage, or is there something you can do to stop this?
Okay, do you think you've been tough in this?
I think I have.
You think you've been hard on people?
No.
To get what you wanted, or what do you mean tough but not hard?
I think that if it's my day, then I should have it like I want, and if people try to persuade me to go another way, then I'm not gonna be easily led by what they have to say.
Yeah. You said I'm having 2 receptions. You had 2 receptions?
Yes.
You said I'm serving peanuts and punch at one, and the other is a sit-down VIP dinner for people close to the family and elite people who are very professional.
That's correct.
I'm trying to think which one of those I'd get in. I think I'd be a peanut eater for sure. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we know a lot of people between the two of us and our parents, and certain people are just there to spectate the wedding and dictate, this and that, how they could have made it a lot better. And then some people are people that we basically communicate with on a daily basis, and so we want to separate the 2 groups.
How many bridesmaids did you have?
15.
You said bridesmaids who don't give me a hard time, they're going to get an appreciation gift. And there are some bridesmaids that I will not talk to after the wedding. I am changing my number, and there will be no more contact.
That's correct, and it's that way today.
What do you think about all that? How did you get this job?
I was born into this job. Archie's my baby brother.
Right.
And I've been coordinating weddings for about 5 years.
Okay, so you do this professionally.
Yes, sir.
And then, so when your little brother was getting married, then you said naturally
that I was going to, not knowing, but that I was going to do it.
So that didn't work out too well.
No, it did not.
What's your problem here? What is it she's done? Because you feel like you absolutely got abused in this situation.
Yes, I do. My problem, more so with anything, is that I feel that your attitude is going to spill over to your relationship with my brother. And it concerns me a great deal, the way you talk to people and the way you treat people. I think you're beautiful, and I'm so glad my brother married you. But more important, I want my brother to have a successful marriage. And I think if you're going to be running around telling him he's not included in things, if you're going to treat him like he's 2, if he's going to be crying all the time, then I think there's going to be a problem. I've loved you for 13 years. I've known you 13 plus years, and you've been like a little sister to me. But that attitude has got to go. It's not fair.
Well, all right. So let's take a break, and I'm going to come back and talk about whether or not Marcia's controlling behavior and her belief that she has the rights here as, I think you said it was Queen Bee, because it's your day, so you're the Queen Bee. What effect that's had on Archie so far? We'll be right back.
Archie should be on my side with whatever choice I make, because after all, it's my day.
It hurts me a great deal to see my baby brother mistreated by Marcia.
I don't think that he has a right to be mad, because it's all about the bride, not the groom.
Well, today we're talking with self-proclaimed Bridezillas. Now, Marcia admits she was a bit of a diva when planning her wedding, but her sister-in-law Lisa says Marcia morphed into a woman that she just didn't care to know. And you've been really concerned that you saw her change in this process.
Exactly.
Is that true? Did you get caught up in this and it just changed who you were?
I don't think it changed who I was. I think that I wanted things to happen a certain way, and with all the stress that comes with planning a wedding, it's like the world is fighting against me.
You said that she really changed into Queen Bee, that she's talking to people like she's Ivana Trump. What?
Marcia started talking to people.
I know Ivana. She's a pretty sweet old girl.
Yeah, but Ivana has the money.
Oh,
to
you
get
mean like
done
just,
what she has. If Ivana wants an attitude, she can afford to have that attitude and not have to ask people for favors and go on and pay her own, way through. Like I said, I've known Marcia a long time, and maybe this was there, and maybe Marcia got pushed, and the rest of it just came out.
Okay, but was this difficult for you, this whole process? Did you feel like people weren't doing right?
I live in Texas. Archie lives in Memphis. Lisa lives in Arkansas, and it was just stressful.
Okay, you got into it with your caterers. You're writing a letter to complain about that. You hung up on Carnival Cruise Line because they pissed you off. You fired 3 photographers. If this is supposed to be such a happy, joyous time, it just seemed like it wound up being really combative.
And here again, I think a lot of the issues came down to money because the wedding was pushed back to December.
Did it cost more than it was supposed to?
Okay, here, Marcia started planning the wedding right without me. So I'm not sure what their budget was, but I heard the arguments related to the budget, and I was trying to tell her, let's not add a $375 trio to a budget that you're already screaming about being way over. I suggested CDs.
Right. Archie? Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, you just got married, right?
Yes.
Just like a couple days ago?
Yes, sir.
How's all this wearing on you?
I want her to be happy, but like I said, she is a perfectionist and she has to have things her way.
All right, coming up, Archie and Marcia just tied the knot, and they've been married only days. But I'm wondering if they're coming out of the chute the right way. I'm going to ask about that when we come back.
My wedding planner wanted to give me like an Oprah Winfrey grand scale wedding. The cost of the wedding is about $76,000, and I'm pinching pennies right about now.
I don't feel that Marcia regards me with respect. I think it's about her day, her way, and that's it. This wedding turned Marcia into a queen bee.
Out of 15 bridesmaids, I had to pay for 13 dresses. I told some of my bridesmaids that they needed to pay for their dresses or I would replace them.
Well, we're talking to brides-to-be who refuse to apologize for behavior that can be really demanding. Was this situation specific to your wedding, or are you just very exacting in everything?
I'm a perfectionist, and I know what I want, and I'm gonna get what I want, and I'm gonna strive until I get what I want.
At any cost? I mean, if it hurts other people's feelings, does that bother you?
No, it doesn't, because I speak my mind.
Yeah. If it hurts your sister-in-law's feelings, does that bother you?
No, I don't. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything, and the world is cruel, so she can't take it from me. She can't take it from the world.
So you're just doing this to help her, toughen her up.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I have to. You're not the rest of the world. I'm your family. And we had the same goal here, and that was to give you the day of your dreams. Okay? Like I told you, I'm not at war with you, but I shut down when people start talking to me like I owe them something. You're right, the world is cruel, and if family can't stick together, then you can't make it against the rest of the world. It should not be family against family, because you're my family. You've been my family for 13 years. We're supposed to be together against the rest of the world.
So you were a volunteer here. you worked for free. You didn't charge anything. Then you actually started paying money into the project. And for that, you think, under the theory that no good deed goes unpunished, that you got condescended to and talked down to and abused along the way. Do you think she deserved that?
I don't think that she deserved to be abused, but when you're under stress and you do things and you say things, it's not intentionally done, but you're just under a lot of stress.
But you say you're like that all the time.
I'm not mean
You're not under
to
stress
people.
all the time.
Exactly.
But you say you're exacting all the time, demanding all the time.
I'm just a perfectionist.
Okay, but see, you say that with a sense of pride, and that in fact is a very distorted value, because obviously there is no perfection. I mean, there is no perfection. Nothing is perfect. If you set that standard, then you're going to be really disappointed, because nobody can ever measure up.
Being a perfectionist is simply when someone tells you no, it's not always no. There's a yes somewhere. You just have to find that yes. You can't just accept what someone tells you the first time. You have to find your way around things.
But how can there be a yes, especially because the biggest issues seem to be about the budget? How can there be a yes when there are no pennies to yes? And things are starting to fall out of the sky because I'm writing a check, I have to go to my dad to get money. There needs to be a yes. There was no yes in that, and it came out of me. And I don't expect you to pay me any homage, anything. Only thing I wanted you to be was nice to me. And you left me feeling like I didn't matter, like I was an indentured servant and I was doing no more than I should have done.
Okay. Now, you say that you expect perfection. Do you expect it of yourself as well?
I do expect it of myself.
Well, would the perfect sister-in-law, would the perfect bride, would the perfect person be gracious and appreciative?
Probably if I wasn't planning a wedding, but while I'm planning a wedding, you're just under a lot of stress. So at that point, it's not about protecting people's feelings, it's about what you want at your wedding.
But that's over with.
Right.
And that was then, this is now. And with the stress diminishing, like a really heartfelt thank you would mean a lot, wouldn't it?
Just a gentle, sincere smile, because I think if she says thank you right now, it might be a show.
No, I don't mean right this minute.
I mean, a show thing.
I mean where somebody really appreciated.
Yes.
Where somebody truly appreciated. You let all the dust settle. I mean, you just want to know that all of your work and effort truly was appreciated, whether it's next week or next month or whatever. We'll be right back. Okay, you've been a spectator for a little bit in the second half of this show, as you were watching some guys that are just a little ahead of you, just a few days ahead of you in this. What's your reaction?
I was only arguing with my mom.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, do you see some of your expectations and values reflected in her attitude about it?
I do, but at a different level.
Yeah. Do you think that you can make a decision to change your role in this thing?
Yes.
Do you think you can make a decision to change your role in this thing?
I'm sure.
You know, what can you do?
That wasn't a yes,
That was a yes. Very clear. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
It's important to me, Dr. Phil. I want this day to be very special. I want this day to be a wonderful memory. I want my daughter to know how much I love her, and I only wanted to help her dream come true for the day.
And sometimes we get immersed in something to the point that we kind of lose our compass. And if you're kind of a person that kind of has a very clear vision of how you want things to be, and kind of there's a right way and a wrong way, then sometimes just by wanting to be true to your own internal compass, you can push something really hard. And there comes a point in time where you got to say, you know what? She's getting married. It's her day. And it doesn't mean that I'm just going to like get in a financial problem, but I can put up some clear guidelines and then say, within that, how can I help? How can I help? And if you had that sincere attitude from your mom, would that decompress the situation?
Most definitely. I wouldn't push so hard. I wouldn't.
Because you're kind of desperate. You're kind of like, I got to force it or it ain't going to happen. And I don't get a second chance.
I don't.
So it's like the clock is ticking. This is it. Man, I got to make this happen. I got to push it through. And then when it's all done,
it is.
But maybe, I said every relationship gets in a point where it needs a hero. Y'all know what I mean by that? Somebody got to stand up and say, you know what? It doesn't have to be 50-50. I don't care if it's 90-10 or 100-0. I'm going to be a hero. Think about it, because it's about the union, not the party. And the Bridezillas Season 1 DVD is available on We Network website right now, and each audience member will receive a copy today, so you'll have a chance to look at that. Thanks for being here. So long.